Hello, and welcome to Preparing to Subscribe and Thrive with Charlie B. We are doing a giveaway. So watch till the end of the video, like, share, and subscribe, and we will discuss what is going to happen and what we'll be giving away. I'm so excited. This week we did a lot of little clips of what's been going on in the garden in the last week. We discuss what we're planting along with other things, how we're trying to keep a natural vegetation, but also have garden plants. And we might even get into some medical plants. So listen up, get ready to watch. I'm working in the cucumbers today. I'm pulling up some weeds, unwanted plants. One of the things that I have noticed, this right here is called purple Amarath. It's also referred to as pigweed. It is a wild Amarath. It is a grain, you can eat it. I really hate to pull it up. It does probably get 6 feet tall. The bees will love it once it starts to bloom. The bugs are loving it right now, so they're staying pretty much away from my cucumbers. This down here is also, it's lamb's quarter. It makes a great tasty salad. You have to get them either small or they're bitter. This is what I'm mainly after when I'm pulling weeds, are the grasses. Now, what I love to leave in all my beds are clover, white clover to be exact. They are the low-growing clover, and they are a nitrogen fixer, so they will help all the plants grow around them. I cleaned up the area that I'm going to finish planting my cucumbers in, so we'll have one harvest, and then we'll have another harvest. After the cucumber plants come up, I will throw some of the white clover down in order for the clover to help the cucumbers grow. So I dropped 2 seeds of cucumbers in each of my little duvets. I'm covering them up with my fancy glove technology. I will come out and water these if we do not get some rain tonight. So tomorrow I'll be out watering if I need to. When I was looking at these earlier, I noticed one of my cucumber plants was pretty much completely dead. I am not sure why, but it has died. It does not look like the bugs were eating it. I cut off some leaves that looked a little droopy the other day. I came out this morning and it is looking pretty much dead. I do not know why, so just in case that there is a vine borer down there, I am going to dig this up completely, making sure I get all the roots and any dirt that may be attached to it. See the difference? There is some potting soil on there, or actually it's garden soil that I bought that was organic. So I'm making sure this is going to go in the burn pile, dirt and all. I uprooted a clover plant. It was going to be on the way for when I lay the landscaping fabric down to prevent the weeds from coming up. I wanted to show you how long the tap roots are. I am going to repot this. One thing about the tap roots, they will go all the way down. They will pull up moisture. They will also pull up the nutrients that are deeper in the soil that my garden plants will not get up. So as they die and go back to nature, they will feed this area of the garden and the plants that are on it. Oh, I just got bit by one of those biting flies or biting bees. Well, looks like it's time for my Terra Shield bug spray. Be back shortly. So I have my Terra Shield on and I'm back out into my cantaloupes. As you can see, those are not cantaloupe plants. Those are Amaraths and other ones, grasses, things that I really don't want in my cantaloupe patch. Plus, the cantaloupe's so small, I cannot seem to find it. Here's one I dug out. Most of my cantaloupes are struggling for some reason. These were a new packet of seeds. They were organic. I am going to replant them, but I'm going to plant them directly into the ground. So I'm going to clean up the weeds. I will literally take a weed eater to this area where there are no plants. While I've been pulling weeds, I've noticed there is a weed that's called purslane that I want to actually propagate in my garden. So this would be right where I'm going to be laying the black plastic, and I'm going to put this down. I'm going to dig holes in the center of where my cantaloupe is being planted, and where they are planted, they actually look better than what I thought they did. And I'm going to propagate this weed that is actually edible somewhere. This is one of my cantaloupe plants. It is a Hall's Best. They're supposed to be jumbo. This is looking really nice. And a couple of my cats want to say hi. This is Sammy. And of course, Stash is out here in my garden. So I went ahead and replanted the cantaloupes that were missing. There's probably about 4 plants that were missing. And I just did the handy dandy glove method when I covered them up. And as you can see, the purslane is starting to grow where I want it to. Now on to the watermelons. I'm out here in the watermelon patch, and I have noticed that my volunteers that came out throughout the garden that I've moved here are doing better. These guys right here are doing much better than some of the ones that I had planted, that I had started inside. So wonder why that is. We're talking like they're about twice as big. So when I was out here working, I started glancing over into my winter squash area, and I have noticed that some animal, I guess last year, drug watermelons down here. So I have several watermelons that I'm going to transplant up in our watermelon patch, because they will be covered over, if I do not, by either weeds or the landscaping fabric. Well, I wasn't joking. I got tired of pulling weeds, so I went ahead and took the weed eater down through my squash plants, my watermelons and such, and even down through the center of my peas. Right now what I'm working on are my pepper plants. I started weed eating through here and realized I couldn't see some of my pepper plants, so I started pulling weeds around the smaller ones. These are my hot peppers. Some of them are doing really well. Some of them are stunted in growth. So I'm pulling these weeds, and I will get back to weed eating here in a minute. Clean it all up. I'm up here at the corn, and it's about 18 inches tall now. And I'm letting the weeds just grow up through it. The bugs are eating the purple Amarath, and which is also referred to as pigweed, and also the lamb's quarter. I'm leaving it grow. They're eating that better than the corn. Then we get to my sweet potato patch. Where are my sweet potatoes? They are so overgrown by the purple Amarath, I'm going to have to hand weed all of this, other than what's down at the bottom. So the bugs have eaten some of the sweet potatoes. But if I was growing Amarath, I'd be doing awesome. Oh, I'm still in my sweet potatoes. I went ahead and took my life in my own hands, and weed eat it down the sides of the sweet potatoes and down beside the corn. I got really, really nervous, but most of my sweet potatoes are not vining. I did, however, hit 1 or 2 of them, and I kind of drew back a little bit. They should hopefully come back. Where is that one I hit? Well, I'll show it to you on another time. But this is what they look like right now, and with my hands. So I'm still in my sweet potato patch. I'm pulling the weeds, and this is on my leaf. Is this a friend or a foe bug? I will have to do some research later. And of course, my supervisor Stash is out here to say hello. I found my sweet potatoes. Some of them are getting bit up by the bugs, but it's all right because they're surviving. And I did leave a few of the weeds that the bugs seem to enjoy more than the sweet potato plants. And at the end of this row, there are my volunteer watermelon plants. They are doing amazing. I left some lamb's quarter. I also left the, oh, I can't remember what it's called. I'll remember it tomorrow or later today. Left some weeds. Hopefully the bugs will attack them and leave everything else alone. I just brought out my 3-foot wide garden fabric. So I am going to start rolling that out. And of course, as soon as I pulled it out, the wind started blowing. Wish me luck. So we are off to the races with this garden fabric. Watch it roll. What's it going to take out? Is it going to stop? Will it make it? I think the water bottle's getting crushed. Up, it stopped. So it went down the hill. It stopped twice. And I folded it lengthwise in half, and then I just kind of rolled it up through in little lops of folding here and folding there. I need to put this in between rows of peas. So I'm just going to slowly unfold it and navigate it between them, hopefully without killing the peas. So I'm back with the right size fitting. What I'm going to do is make sure that this is all the way back. I'm going to slide the irrigation line over it. I'm going to hold it, and then I'm going to make sure when I turn it that it goes over. I'm going to give it a little pull so I make sure it's in. When I was cutting this, I made sure I still had irrigation holes, these little plastic pieces that are in the irrigation line that lets the water drip out. I need them about every 12 inches. So that's in. It's twisted shut. Will it hold? It did. So the moral of this story is don't rush, especially if you've got paper thin irrigation lines. I am putting the black landscaping fabric here in the butternut squash row, and look what I am seeing. I have a lot of them. This is going to be an awesome plant. We have a nice breeze going here again today. I'm back at it, laying the black plastic and pulling weeds. And I was working, and I came face to face with a little varmint worm. I don't know if you can see him. He's back there hiding on the leaf. I'm going to get him, put him in a water bottle, and hopefully not find any more of these buggers. But I'm sure I will, because I found some also on my cabbage when I was pulling weeds in that area. This is broccoli. They are looking nice. I'd eat them too. Another plant I have decided to propagate in my garden is called Mellow. It has a lot of medical properties, and I will get into those in another video. Seems like the worms are really enjoying this broccoli plant. I've been lifting up the leaves, looking under them, and finding different types of worms. As you can see, I've been smashing some of them. There are 2 different types of worms on this one. I'm going to just smash them to make them go away. So this one's actually a pretty good sized worm. And he's going to be smashed. And this is why I wear gloves out here now instead of just working in my bare hands. I'll have to go through these, check all the leaves in order to be able to save them. I'll also have to check the Brussels sprouts that are over here that are looking very nice also. But we will survive. Hello, and you made it through the video. So let's talk about what we're giving away today to one lucky person who will win all of these products. So they are doTERRA products. It's an essential oil company. doTERRA's Terra Shield. It is amazing. It is a bug repellent. In one of the videos, I got bit and I literally yelled. I had no idea what it was. It bit me. And I had a mark on my back, a welt that was about a good nickel size, and it hurts. It was horrible. So once I put this on, I stopped being bit. Our next item. What's next? Our lavender. It's the Lavender Touch. It is also cut with a carrier oil, so it is great for sensitive skin. Lavender is great for skin issues, rashes, bug bites. It takes away the inflammation and makes it feel better. This is also a very relaxing oil. It will help you sleep, and life is kind of stressful right now, especially with everything that's going on in the world. So you can rub this on your feet or on your wrists, on your neck, and it should relax you and help you sleep. Our next item, it's hot out there. So we're going to go with some peppermint. This is Peppermint Touch. It has cooling effects. It's also great for your stomach. If you have a stomach ache, you rub this on your stomach and it should help. Also, when it's so hot outside, I will put a roll on this on the back of my neck or behind my ears. Okay, our last product. Last but not least, this is our Correct-X. This helps with scratches, abrasions, and it doesn't have any petroleum products. It's all essential oils. So, how long are we going to run this little promotion and giveaway so that one lucky person can be very, very happy? I'm putting these items right here in the bag. Let's go with July the 5th. July the 5th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is open to the whole globe, the whole earth. Anybody that likes, shares, comments will have a chance of winning. You must be a subscriber and you must make a comment on one of the videos. Now, what I'm going to do is any videos that I posted before this one up through July 5th, when you make a comment and you're subscribed, you will have a chance of winning these awesome doTERRA products. And if you haven't guessed it, I am a doTERRA wellness advocate. I've been since 2015 and I love it. I will have these items sent directly from doTERRA. So remember, like, share, and subscribe. Leave me a comment. I'm looking forward to talking with you soon.